Hello, Supercars in Seconds here. Today I'd love to share with you the beautiful 2023 Bentley Bentayga extended wheelbase. They've added an additional 7 inches to the car just behind in the B pillar there to give the rear occupants a bit more room. I can see this car becoming like a chauffeur-driven type car, but let's take a look around this beautiful vehicle. So starting up front, we have this magnificent grille. These vertical bars have been added just to the extended wheelbase, so when it's coming towards you, that's how you'll tell. If you think about a normal Bentayga, it would have the crisscross mesh grille here and there. Whether it's black or silver, it would match. In this car, they've added the vertical bars just to separate it and give sort of a little bit more luxury to the look. The beautiful flying bee there, just magnificent. 10 feathers one side, 11 feathers the other side for authenticity, so you know it's a real Bentley. Cameras everywhere. There's cameras all around the car because, of course, she's longer. But let's take a look under the hood at this beautiful powertrain. So opening up this hood, as I'm opening it, look at the reflection of those trees in the hood. I mean, good Lord. That's something Bentley's known for, of course, is that beautiful finish. So here we have it, a 4-litre, 8-cylinder, 32-valve twin-turbo. She produces 542 horsepower and 568 pounds of torque, driving all 4 wheels through an 8-speed transmission. They've really done a nice job, but of course it's a modern car. All of these plastics, you don't get to see the actual motor, but it really is a thing of beauty. This is a metal alloy cap and so on. So they've really done a nice job of the presentation. The quilting that we'll see throughout the interior is even on the sound deadening under the hood look. And the rest of the paint is shiny. Look at that. A lot of cars leave it matte under there. They Bentley, of course, polish it all up. But let's take a look around the interior. So driver's eye view out through the dash, just a beautiful look. I love this thick steering wheel with the magnificent stitching, of course, all prepared by hand. The stitching in the door is just beautiful. I'll show you the light switching on now. Rather cool there. The transmission, the gear lever itself is really just, as a size of it, it's just huge. Obviously everything you touch is cold, it's metal. Our modes are here. You adjust that by twisting the outside edge. This is the crown cut walnut, which is beautiful feel, open pore wood. It's all across the cabin, just beautiful. The center screen, the navigation, of course, you've got the Google Maps there. This is a new thing for the newer shape Bentaygas, is this AC up there on top with a lovely clock and so on. The gauges, as I rev the engine, you'll see that little shadow will follow it up. It's really just a first-class place. Everything you touch has a lovely quality, and also everything you touch is leather. There's a minimal use of plastics throughout the Bentley interiors. But of course, this is the extended car, so let's climb in the back and see how those rear seats are. So climbing into the vehicle, it's just a great aperture. It's huge here, and you haven't got to dip your head. You can literally, once you put your foot in, your head lower, and you just slide right into the vehicle. It's magnificent. The leather work, unbelievable. Even up the headliner here is all leather. This center console, I got storage in the center with USB-Cs in there. Cup holders here, but that does lift up out of the way if we did have 5 people in the car. Down underneath there we have a wireless charging pad. The air conditioning controls, etc. are all here. I can control my heating, cooling and massage for the rear as well. I do have a door close button though, so that's rather nice. I'm going to recline my seat here a bit. There we are. It's perfect. Excellent. Perfect. And now I'm going to, instead of reaching out here, I've got a door close button. And I just push away. Good night. So here's a fun Bentley-ism for you. You have the exhaust pipes out the back, obviously quad exhausts, but they're painting a figure of 8. So I've got 1 and 2. They're making, from the 2 separate pipes, the shape of a number 8. If it had a large oval on any Bentley, coupe or convertible, or even the SUV, if it has a large oval that matches the light above it, that signifies it'll have the big 12-cylinder up front. Opening the rear storage area, kind of cool. I'm going to push on the big flying bee here, just push on that, and up it goes. Some of the finest quality carpet you'll ever see, and it's in the luggage area. Impressive stuff. Of course, this is the extended wheelbase car, so the seats don't fold, but you have an amazingly shaped area. And you can have a system called access mode. Pushing a button here will lower the back of the car down about 4 inches, so you can load things in and out easier, hopefully without scratching this beautiful black paint on this car. So as far as wheels and tires, you've got these beautiful, they call the 10-spoke 22-inch wheel, 285 section all around, so you can rotate them, which is rather nice. If you look underneath here, I don't know if you can see in there, that's the big air suspension strut there. Then you've got your wishbones, of course, etc., with the bushings and everything to keep everything comfortable and quiet. Really just a lovely quality car. One of the bigger rotors you'll ever see, bearing in mind that's a 22-inch wheel, that's a 16-inch steel rotor. It must weigh about 50 pounds, I bet. Some of the more beautiful headlights you'll ever see. They look almost like cut glass as you're walking around. Look at that, isn't that amazing? It's just fabulous, and the daytime running light is just these illuminated in like a shadow. Very impressive. So one last look at dimensions. So the wheelbase with this extended car, of course, the extra 7.1 inches is just here, giving her a wheelbase of 126 inches, over 10 feet between the wheels, giving us a great ride, which I'm sure we'll see now as we take the car out. Her overall length is 209 inches. This is a big vehicle, 77 inches wide, and 68 inches tall. I love these chrome rails on the top there, really a classy look. You can black out the conventional car, make like a sporty look where all the chrome is blacked out. But on the extended vehicle, I kind of like the chrome. I think you're going to use this as a family car, yes, a commuter car even possibly, but the evenings going out with a couple in the rear seats, a chauffeur taking you to a nice restaurant, sounds like a pretty nice night out. Well, let's take this car out on the road and have some fun. Okay, so we push the big B on top of the lever here. It's really cool. It's heavy. You know, everything you touch in a Bentley is heavy. Super cool. The modes is actually the start button is here, and I twist it. I'm going to turn it to the left into sport. I just heard the exhaust actually open up a little bit as well. The 8-speed transmission is super efficient. It does a nice job. A big 24-gallon fuel tank too. So even though it's a very heavy vehicle, close to 6,000 pounds, the 24-gallon fuel tank gets us a nice range. It's currently reflecting 505 miles to empty. Maybe not the way we're about to drive it, but we'll have some fun here. All right. Okay. So I'm not going to launch the car. I'm just going to we'll put it into the sport mode here. Pull out, and we'll go down into old Batman's corner. Let's have a look. Let's come to a complete stop. I'm in the manual mode, so I've got to use the paddle shifters, which are metal, very heavy and cold to touch. Nice bit of quality. All right. What a great transmission. Super fast changes there. Really a nice job. Boy, like Bentayga I've driven before, zero body roll. It's actually a 48-volt system that they use that doesn't allow the vehicle to lean. Very impressive. All right, she's heavy. Let's try these great big brakes. Full emergency stop. Whoa. Boy, it's so powerful. It actually pulled it a little bit to the right there, but it's scrubbed speed at an alarming rate. Everything is smooth, though. The pedal was a bit mushy. I'm usually in the supercars, but it's really not for that. I'm a hooligan, yes. It's not for that. This is a very elegant car to be driven at very high speed. And the Bentley image too is wonderful. That roar, that growl there out of the exhaust lets you know that every Bentley has a lot of power. So pulling away in the car, still a Bentley. You hear that 8-speed transmission working. You've really done a nice job with the calibration of the car. What I mean is the extra length, that 70 inches of extra length in the back of the car, puts the wheels further apart, of course. So because the wheels are further apart, it's a softer ride. So when it hits a bump in the road, it's a longer time till the other rear wheel hits the bump, so the car has time to relax. Therefore, it's much smoother. The addition of the all-wheel steering, which goes option on the other cars but standard on this car, really makes it feel no different to drive. It is, if I put my foot down, it's still a Bentley. Unbelievable power. That 4-litre V8 reacts really fast. The 8-speed transmission we talked about, it's just a great package. What I like about this, obviously the Super with the double glazed windows, it's so quiet inside. So if you're using it as a driven car, as a chauffeur type car, it really would be a nice experience for the rear occupants. So flying down towards our right-hander. This is a really fast car. I'm going to click down a gear, go in third gear here. Boy, it's so weird to experience such a heavy, big vehicle. It doesn't lean. There's literally no body sway. It almost feels like the vehicle leans into the corner. Very strange. Transmission, just awesome. I'm getting used to the brake feel, and it's getting a bit better as I'm hustling the car a bit more, but it's still a softer pedal. Steering, good feel, obviously electric rack, but good feel. It is, I can feel the road surface a bit rough. I can feel that through the wheel here. So the Rolls-Royce cars are softer and more luxurious than a Bentley, but have much more sporting and engaging personality with the Bentley. They've really improved them over time, but kept that sort of old-fashioned feel to it. That's obviously heavy, but pretty classy. There's an elegant way to travel is the Bentley Bentayga, particularly as the EWB. Like a lot of these super luxury cars, you have an amazing backup camera system. You have the 360 view there and the rear view. Once I push the button on top and slide it back into drive, it changes the camera to the front camera. So I still got the 360, but now I'm looking forwards. As I start to roll the vehicle forwards, you can see it all moving around. When I get to about 10 miles an hour, it will disappear. Well, thanks for watching. This is a 2023 model, the extended wheelbase Bentayga. The Azure on the side here, that's a new specification. It gets you a lot of the standard stuff and option package that people used to order. They combined into one, and it's really made it a much more streamlined ordering process. 265,000 base, this one's around 280,000. And they're starting to arrive, so it's really fun. The extra length has extended the feel of the car, but then the rear wheel steering has shrunk it back down. So it's really incredibly practical and a wonderful, wonderful vehicle to drive. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel if you'd like to. We got a ton of videos, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks very much.